Welcome back, socialites. In today's video, you guys are going to be getting a makeup tutorial. Now, it won't be this. This is just a skin tint and some lipstick. It won't be this, but I recorded a makeup video maybe a month or two ago, so that's what you guys are going to get today. But anywho, y'all are going to be seeing a vlog really soon. I left my phone in Houston for almost a week while I was in New York, so y'all haven't been seeing me. I've had no access to the internet, any apps, emails, phone calls, nothing, girl. That was a time. But anywho, glad to be back, glad to have access to this app, to my girls. So enjoy this makeup tutorial and I will see you guys on tomorrow. Welcome back, socialites. In today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all how I did this look. I was super inspired to just do my makeup. I wanted to play in some makeup today so bad. But what really inspired me to get in front of the camera was this LYS powder. Reading is very much fundamental. I thought because of the way it looks that it was a highlighter, girl, a hot mess. So using this the right way today, let's get into this look. Okay, socialites, so I want to test out again. So this is my third time using this. This is the LYS True Enlightenment Skin Finishing Powder in the shade Courage. Now this is a finishing powder, and y'all, I don't know why I didn't ever, since I've had this, and I have it in like 3 shades. This one's my closest shade though, but looking at this, I assumed this was some sort of soft focus highlighter, not knowing that it was a finishing powder for the last couple months. Yeah. So the video, the last fragrance video that went up, I used, let me tie my hair up really quick. I'm taking this Moroccan oil. It's purple. Somebody said on the last video where I used it, like, I didn't expect it to be purple. But this oil, what it does is neutralizes some of the brassiness or yellow out of my hair and makes it look a lot whiter and shinier. So that's why it's purple. Even my shampoo is purple, and it just makes the white more white. We're here for this LYS powder, so finally used it the right way as a finishing powder on the last fragrance video. And I just thought it was a little bit heavy for my taste, but I did use a full coverage foundation. I used one of my favorite foundations, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. So I'm going to use the LYS Forget the Filler foundation, and this is pretty much full coverage as well. It's in the shade 19T. Love this so much. It was almost the foundation that I was going to wear for my wedding. So I'm going to take about 1.25 pumps. And I'm going to try this again. I'm going to use a lighter hand with the powder now that I see kind of like just kind of how it goes with that powder, and see what I think. I just felt like it was really matte and a little bit heavy. LYS products are typically not heavy. That's why I'm like, okay, Ariel, maybe it was user error. And I'm gonna run it back, girl. I didn't even prime my face or anything. I just jumped right into this, which was not my intention, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep it pushing. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not really worried about longevity. But when I used it on that video, I did my Clinique 100-hour moisture surge like I always do, and I had it on for about 6 hours and it looked great all the way to the end of the day, but just not my cup of tea when it comes to matte. I'm not really a matte complexion girly. I've also been liking the new Sephora collection Best Skin Ever concealer. I have the shade 17N, and the first time I used it on Affordable Friday, it creased up so terrible on me, y'all, and I felt like it was the way I blended. I didn't pay attention to how well I blended before I set it. That's what I was thinking, and I think I was right about it, because I've worn it a couple times since then and I hadn't had that issue. It's really creamy formula, gives you full coverage. Like, I see no skin through here. Very similar to the new Makeup Forever concealer, which I'm liking too, by the way. Like, that formula is very similar, so I would even say almost like a dupe, to be honest. A little lip balm. My lips are dry. My favorite Night Balm. That's actually the name of it. from Bigelow. You can get this from Bath and Body Works for a few dollars. I even filmed a whole reel because LYS sent me a couple of packages, and I filmed a reel like unboxing it. So pretty. Like, they always send the prettiest PR packages with their signature like triangular boxes. And I literally recorded the reel with everything they sent me using that powder as a highlighter. We're gonna look how smooth and creamy. I don't even have any type of prep products, nothing. Before I filmed, I washed my face with my Suasu cleanser, which you guys are loving, by the way. I've gotten at least like 5 socialites reach out to me saying how much they love the Suasu cleanser. Tarte Sculpt Tape, this one's in the shade Deep Bronze. And my skin is completely dried down to almost like a powder finish. So this foundation, it's not one of those that's gonna sort of stay tacky, but look still how plump and juicy the skin looks, and it's dried all the way down. So if you have dry skin, you might be able to get away with this without setting it with a powder, but not if you have normal skin to combo, or if you get oily in the least bit, don't do that with any foundation. I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty liquid blush. This one's in the shade Watermelon Pop. Has a little bit of sheen to it. It's not like a matte blush. So have y'all been keeping up with Smoke on Apple TV? We talked about it maybe a few weeks ago when it first came out. I think it's over with. The last episode has got to have been the last episode. It had to be like the season finale, because the way it ended blew my mind. Who saw it? If you haven't, check out Smoke on Apple TV, y'all. So good. So good. And another show that I don't think I talked to you guys about. I watched it when it first came out and literally binge watched it. Well, no, I didn't binge watch it because an episode came every week. But every week I was waiting on it, which was Studio on Apple. Apple TV has the best shows. Studio on Apple TV is so good. It's actually about like a studio executive. It's actually about a studio, like a filming, like Hollywood movie studio. Okay, I'm gonna take my Black Opal Brightening Concealer in the shade Bisque, Please, just to brighten the inner corners a little bit. I usually use my e.l.f. concealer for that, but y'all, I hadn't been able to find it the last about 2 or 3 times I did my makeup, and me and AJ did a refresh in here, and so I keep forgetting to ask her. Like, I wouldn't recommend like letting it sit for like a whole minute, maybe 30 seconds, or maybe just not at all. This one has more coverage than the Sephora collection one that I used first, so it's thicker. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Sephora collection Blur It, a loose setting powder. This one is Brightening Banana. It's not super banana like you would think. It brightens more than the other 2 colors that they have. I have all of the colors. I have the peach one, I have the pink one, but the yellow one brightens more than all of them. To me, they're not super brightening. They give a bit subtle, but out of the 3, this one gives me the most brightness. So just going right in with the same puff that I blended my concealer with. So let's go ahead and fill in my brows. I've been using the Micole brow pencil lately because when they were going out of business, they were like $4 or something like that, but really not crazy about it. This one's in the shade Dark Brown. I have to keep going over it for it to finally just show up over the brow gel. So another thing I've been watching lately is the old Twilight Zone. I don't know how I got mixed back in with that, but the original Twilight Zone from back in the day hit my Amazon Prime algorithm some type of way, and I've been watching it almost every night, at least like 3 episodes. Every night. So interesting. I can't believe I actually remember some of the episodes too. Some parts of your makeup, it's almost like you can't talk while you do it. And the brows is definitely one of those parts of the makeup. I almost feel like I'm holding my breath when I'm cleaning up the brow area. So much new stuff coming to Sephora. Did y'all see that Rhode is coming to Sephora? I have Royal Mail for the first time. So this is the eyeshadow primer. It's from Pkwy. I've never had anything from them before, never placed an order with them before. How cute that is. So this is what it looks like. Oh, they didn't seal it. I can feel it sticky, but it wasn't sealed. And it looks like they have one of the little tear off things, but I don't have to tear it off because they didn't seal it all. Ooh, they put a free sample in here. So I have the base. I got the base in 2.5 and I didn't know which color to get. I could actually go deeper than this. I would like at least 2 or 3 shades deeper. It was hard for me to tell which one to get, but that's fine. We're still going to use it. And I didn't order this, but look what they sent, some full-size products. Lips that last all night. Okay, so a lip liner and some sort of lip balm. Let's go ahead and see. So that's what it looks like. Yeah, I definitely want to get one that's a lot closer to my flesh tone, but for now, let's try this out. A little sticky. It's not super sticky, but it's a little sticky. And when I saw the reviews, I did hear that, you know, it's kind of sticky. It doesn't really dry down. And so I'm guessing that's why the shadows really sort of like grip to it. Now, this is exciting. Let me zoom in a little bit. I was really excited to get in here and film today for the LYS and for this. I'm just gonna soften the edges so it's not harsh edges, but a little bit got down there, but that's okay. So I gotta be a little bit more careful. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Game Beauty EO6 eyeshadow blending brush, and this is a MAC palette that I created. I'm gonna take that transition shade, What Clout. I really prefer to go from like the lightest shade, like to work from the top down or from the crease down with eyeshadow looks. I find that if you blend the transition shades first, then you don't have to do that much blending on trying to eliminate a harsh line when you get to the lid shade, you know? You could just lay it down and it's almost like already blended in a sense. So many pretty colors in here. So I'm gonna take this, it's Discontinued, y'all. I hate that. And this looks like one of her best palettes. This is a Charlotte Tilbury palette called the Smoky Eyes or Forever palette. You may be able to find it somewhere, but it's like not at Sephora anymore. And these shades are gorgeous. So pretty. The most beautiful shade in here, which was like a sparkly gold with glitter in it, it fell out. Ooh, this shade is falling out too. So these shades kind of fall out of here easy, but they're pretty. So the one that just fell out is like that gold, like rose gold. I'm going to use my finger. It definitely pops more with that base for sure, because I've used this without a base for sure, but these are really pigmented shadows anyway. Okay, so I'm going to take this LYS eyeshadow blending brush. Let's do this chocolate brown. So I'm still doing a 75 hard, y'all. It's really done turned into a 75 medium, but I'm not really upset about it because the way my body is changing, and even more than that, the way my mind is changing. Like I'm starting to feel back to normal because I've been into health and fitness my entire life. I was an athlete, like my body was always really important to me. And y'all, since I got with my man, I just, you know, just started doing nothing, just going out to eat, just laying up on the couch, you know, that whole thing, and just not being as active. And like, I'm really starting to feel myself. Like I feel so good. So that little MAC palette, I'm into it. And it's more of a reddish brown. It's a different brown than this. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and sort of fade it into the rose gold a little bit. That's pretty. Okay, since we have the rose gold on the eyes, let's take this Sephora collection. Y'all, if y'all missed out on these, I don't know if they're still in stock, but they're limited edition. They're from Sephora collection. They're the 12-hour color special effects. And this is the celestial, no, it's called astral pink, and it shifts to like green, purple, pink. Really, really pretty. So we're gonna put this in the waterline, which I think will go perfect with the rose gold shadow. Give us a little unexpected pop. Okay, I'm gonna take this warm reddish brown from the Charlotte Tilbury palette. Make sure I connect it with the top, and then take the darkest brown from the palette that I used in that outer corner and just put it on the outer third and connect it up. Okay, so I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Faux Brow. Have any of you guys tried this one yet? It's so good. Okay, so this one's in, I can never find the shade. I think it's called Dark Blonde. When it sets down and completely dries, I usually take my puff and I just sort of just blot over it just to soften a little bit, because just like this is a little bit too heavy and harsh for me. Wonder Skin pencil. This is the black one in the shade Licorice, really black, super creamy. Super creamy, and I'm just gonna put it really low on the lash line and like the outer third. I'm not gonna take it all the way in, just really low. And that same smudger brush, which the brush that I used, by the way, is from Japanesque. I got it in a set from either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. Have y'all ever gone to sleep, or you get ready to go to sleep and you're like, I can't wait to do my makeup the next day, and you may not know exactly what you want to do, but you just know like you're gonna do something real good? That's how I felt about today, but definitely inspired by the LYS powder. Okay, so let's soften up the head of the brow. The star of the show, the LYS finishing powder in the shade Courage Tan. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush. This is the Makeup by Ariel from the Morphe collection, the A21. And I'm definitely using less than what I used the first time I used it all over. I can tell that right off the bat. It's already looking completely different. I'm gonna take this light, almost like matte cream shade from the Charlotte Tilbury palette and put that right in the inner corner. Definitely try out putting matte shades in the inner corner, because that contrast, especially if you're using like a shimmer or a glitter on the lid, contrast of that matte sometimes helps it to stand out a little bit more, or just give it a different type of dimension. It's really pretty. Hey LYS. Okay, it was definitely me and not her. This is pretty. I don't even feel like I need to go over it with like a powder bronzer or anything. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in 2 medium. Hourglass Ambient. This, you know what? Let me not use this. I love this though. Let's use, this one's Eternal Light, which is my favorite from my ambient powders. I only have 2. Like I have 10 or something. I only have 2. And I have Dim Light, which is a little lighter, but this one is really pretty, surprisingly, on my skin tone too. So I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. This is another Makeup by Ariel collab from that same set. This one's the A22. And put that like right here. Gives a beautiful opalescence. Okay, so I'm gonna take, where should I do? I want a really soft lip. I'm gonna start off with Cork, just in case I want it to be like low contrast. Let's see how this looks. Okay, and I'm gonna take MAC Mars to Your Venus, really creamy, sort of peachy nude shade, a luster glass. So if you're familiar with that formula, which is a little bit more on the sheared side, and it's almost like a hybrid from like a lipstick and a balm. On top, I'm gonna take the Shine Lip Oil from Sephora collection in the shade Shiny Peony. Yeah, this might be the look. I like it, so let's set it. Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Fan. That's the name of the brand, is Fangirl. Beautiful foundation, y'all. It sort of reminds me, and I think I told you guys this before, like around my birthday and wedding, that the Lawless foundation reminds me of the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, which was like my go-to for years. Loved it. Hate that they discontinued that. This one isn't quite as long wearing as the Kat Von D one, but it's pretty long wearing. If I wear a primer underneath, I'll get almost just as much wear as the Kat Von D Lock-It, but with that one, I didn't even need a primer. Hey y'all, so this is the final look. What do you guys think about the powder? Hopefully this video inspired y'all to pull out your makeup and brushes tomorrow and do something cute, even if you don't go anywhere. Everything I mentioned in today's video, I'll have linked in the description box or right there on that YouTube shopping tab for your convenience. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love. 'Cause too fresh